Now then, Mr. Tyson Fury has been defying the odds since the day he was born.
But not all his fights have been in the ring. Alcohol and cocaine addiction and a well-documented battle with mental health nearly resulted in suicide.
So just how did he bring himself back from the brink to become the undefeated world heavyweight champion? Well, it's all explained in his new book, The Furious Method, Transform Your Mind, Body and Goals. And Tyson joins us now, and welcome, and it's really lovely to see you. And your last book, I remember you coming here on the sofa and talking to us about that, and you were incredible. You were so open and honest, and when somebody like you speaks openly about their battles with mental health and how tough it's been for you, people really do sit up and listen. So what did you hope people will get from this book?
Well, like I said, the last book was a book of my life and my autobiography and how I got to that problem. And this book is a total new book about how to overcome those troubles and how to get rid of weight and how to transform your mind from being negative to positivity. It gives, I think it's got 12 or 13 different chapters, rounds on how to think more positively and be a better person, basically, from my experiences as a person and as a sportsman.
Oh, good
Did
gracious.
you just
It's a knockout. It's a knockout.
You've taken down the world heavyweight champion in one move. That was fantastic. What are we balanced on? What did we fall off?
It's on a table. It shouldn't think, but I hit the table with my big hands.
It's those powerful legs.
Oh, it's things that you've never thought were going to happen. It's just absolutely brilliant. As Holly said, what you are doing there, someone like you, sporting legend, from the outside, someone who's incredibly strong, to open up and show the weaknesses, which so many men are dreadful at doing, brought up to show no weakness, but you're happy to do that and happy to show that there is a way forward. But every bad story, has to start in the Badlands. And so how bad did it get, Tyson?
It got pretty bad. I didn't want to live anymore. That was the feeling for quite a number of years. I attempted suicide. I attempted to drink myself to death. Every day was a terrible day for me. I didn't want to live, and I just couldn't put my finger on what it was. Because if you can put your finger on what it was, you just stop doing that thing, and then you seem to be better. But with mental health, it's not a disability that you can actually see. It was pretty dark days, when you give up hope to breathe and not want to live anymore. That's as dark as I think it could possibly be without ending it.
And so what was the moment for you then? Because this was back in 2017, and I think it was around Halloween, wasn't it, that you said you had this epiphany?
That's correct. I was out one Halloween night, Halloween 17. I was out with a couple of guys for a few drinks, and I had a moment of sanity. I came to my senses for 30 seconds. I looked around me, and all I could see was like young people, like college people and university people and stuff like that. And I'm thinking, these guys are at the beginning of their careers, hoping to go on and do things. I'm in the middle of mine, and I've nearly ended it all. I thought, now I need to go back to the drawing board and start fresh. And I can remember coming home that night in a massive skeleton suit, glow in the dark. And I took it off, and I was in my bedroom, and I just got on my knees and I started praying for help. And I was like, I can't do this on my own. I don't know what to do anymore. And the next morning I started to train, and I thought to myself that night, if I'm ever going to get well again, I'd have to start back training again. It was time to rebuild, pick myself up and rebuild and change habits and change the way I'm thinking and swap negative for positive feelings. And it wasn't easy. It wasn't an overnight process. It took me around about 18 months to start feeling right again. But it was well worth the journey. It was from waking up every day wanting to die on a daily basis and opening my eyes and thinking, why did I open my eyes this morning? Why didn't I just die in my sleep? To now loving life and having a great routine and back being a good father, husband, and back being a good sportsman. And like I say, I'm no one special. I'm just a normal person. And if I can transform my mind from being totally down and out and on self-destruct mode to getting back to being heavyweight champion of the world and looking forward to life and enjoying life and lusting for life, then anybody can. It's all a matter of routine, I think.
And
setting routines and setting short-term goals.
And so you've got, and as you say, the book has a number of very useful tips in it, and there are some things that have sort of jumped out to us. And you say, face your fears.
Yeah.
In what way?
Just whatever your deepest, darkest fears are, I think to overcome, and it all stems to mental health, because if you fear of something, you're going to worry about it all the time. But when you stand up to your fears and take the bull by the horns, you sort of get over that hurdle. And if you can face your worst fears, you can face anything in life.
But also,
now, some people are scared of spiders or scared of whatever they are, and as soon as they face them fears, they become tolerant to them.
And also throughout the book, I mean, you do like to have a laugh along the way. You know, you say that if you can't laugh your way through burpees, then you're in real trouble. And there's great humour within the book. And that's one of your other tips, is that, you know, you can be a kid again and you can play in life. That's okay.
Yeah, I think a lot of us as adults, we take being adults too seriously, and we forget to have fun. And we forget to have a little downtime and have fun with other people. And sometimes our jobs and our lives and stress of everything living in the world catches up with us, and it sort of takes control. But when that moment comes, you just step back, take a little break, have some downtime, have some fun, and recoup, start fresh.
And you say go best or go home. Don't do second or third place in life. Now, it's interesting because there are a lot of kids at sports days, when you could have them, who you know, the schools say it doesn't matter, it's just taking part that's the important thing. So do you think you should be a winner?
I think you need to be the best person that you can be. Try your best. Now, whatever you do, try your best. Taking part's fine, but as long as you be the best version of you can be, then I think that's a successful move for sure. Like when I go into a fight, I don't go into a fight just to take part. I go in to win. For me, it's go hard or go home. I don't do second place. And that's the mentality of a positive winner. I go in there, I'm going to give the best version of me. And so be it. If I lose the fight or whatever happens in that fight, I know I've given my best effort to do the best I can do and be the best possible version of me. And I'm not going home as a loser thinking, you know what, I could have done a bit more, maybe if I trained harder or ate a bit cleaner. I want to know that if I lose on the night, it means I've lost to a better person, and there's nothing I can do. I can accept losing to somebody who's better than me, but I would never be able to accept losing because I didn't put the effort in and I didn't turn up 100%. And that's what I'm saying. It's not about winning. For me, it's about being the best example of the individual you can be.
Your book is a great example to anyone who is sort of struggling to maybe admit that they might need help. Your whole story is extraordinary, you know, for the big highs, the big lows, and coming back, hopefully, to another big high. Now, we understand that you have said that you absolutely will not fight Wilder if an audience can't be present, because you need that audience. Do you still stand by that?
You know what? This Wilder fight at the moment, I think Wilder's got bigger issues than actual boxing at the moment. I'm quite worried for Wilder's mental health and well-being. Since the fight was quite a while ago, you know, it was February this year, earlier on. And, you know, we all don't want to be defeated after such a long time of being undefeated professionals. But there has to be a point where you accept defeat and move on. Wilder doesn't seem to be able to do that. He's holding all these malice feelings and he's making all his excuses. And I'm quite concerned for his mental well-being after this defeat, because he's coming out with ludicrous statements. And I'm not sure what's going on. But like I say, I always say to anybody like that, I'm only a phone call away. And if I can help in any way, then I would give him the best advice I can. But to go on like he's continuing, it seems to me that the fight has really affected his mental well-being.
Well, obviously, we don't know the state of Wilder's mental well-being, and we shouldn't really make any sort of great judgment on that. But you say you're planning to fight him this December in London. Your PR say that. There's no chance of that happening, is there? Because there's no way in December you're going to be able to have an audience.
Well, I'm hoping to fight December the 5th, yes. I'm not sure if there's going to be an audience or not. If it's going to be behind closed doors, then it'll be behind closed doors. But
so
that's the
behind
plan.
Closed doors.
Sorry?
You would do it behind closed doors?
Yeah, I'd definitely do a fight behind closed doors, and we're hoping to fight December the 5th
Wow.
here back in the UK for the first time in 30 months. So,
My gosh.
return of the match.
Well, good luck.
Oh, look, it's gone
and you've
again.
got-
It's a knockout, another knockout. He's gone down twice.
This is my favourite interview we've ever done.
Wilder, and you got tinned.
Listen, you take care. Be careful when that fight does take place. This is the book that we're talking about in the meantime. The Furious Method, Tyson Fury, Transform Your Mind, Body and Goals. And lovely to see you. Love to your family as well.
We love talking to you.
Thank you very much, guys.
All
Thank
right,
you, mate.
bye-bye.